you ever wonder how the pros can make the pentatonic scale sound so musical while your solos sound like you're going up and down a pattern? Maybe you know the scale, but you don't know how to make music with it. Or you're stuck playing the same old licks over backing tracks wondering why it's not clicking. Let's fix that right now. After 30 years of teaching and performing, I've noticed something. Intermediate guitarists make the same soloing mistakes over and over, and it's holding them back. In this video, I'll show you the 8 most common mistakes that I see, and I'll show you exactly how to fix each one of them, so you can start sounding like a musician and not just someone running up and down scales. Stick around to the end, because fixing mistakes 7 and 8 are real game changers. Some guitarists think they need more exotic scales or modes in order to sound better. But here's the truth. The pros sound amazing not because they play more notes, but because they get more out of fewer notes. Learning how to use the pentatonic scale creatively changed everything for me. And it can for you too. Now let's dive in. I'll be using pentatonic scale shape number 1 in the key of B minor here at the 7th fret for all of the examples. Mistake number 1 is every pick stroke equals a new note. I oftentimes see players do this. Repetition is the key to good melodies. Many of your favorite melodies have the same note repeated. So intentionally repeat the same note in your phrases like this. Mistake number 2 is staying on one string for too long. Oftentimes, correcting mistake number 1 causes people to stay on one string and bounce back and forth between only 2 notes, like this. What you really want to do is focus on pairs of strings and seamlessly going from one string to the next. So I'm going to focus on just the D string and the G string. Mistake number 3 is picking every single note. So all of your favorite solos are full of slides, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. So you should intentionally add all 3 of those into your soloing. It'll feel forced at first, but that's how it becomes second nature. So instead of picking every single note, add hammer-ons and pull-offs. Some slides. Mistake number 4 is burning through all of the notes. So many players will start on the low note and go all the way up to the high note. But they should focus on pairs of strings, 4 notes, maybe 3 strings, 6 notes, and milking that for many phrases before moving on. So all of those phrases were on the A, D, and G strings. So now I'm going to move down a string. Maybe finally add that high E string in. So mistake number 5 is always starting on the low strings. So we found the root note for shape number 1 on the low E string here at the 7th fret. But that doesn't mean I want to start my solo with all these low notes. They're kind of muddy sounding, and this stretch on the low E string is kind of difficult, kind of awkward. So I want to start on the middle strings or the higher strings and really focus on those. They're clearer sounding, more vocal-like, and you'll come up with better melodies. Mistake number 6 is too many new ideas. You don't need more new ideas. What you need to do is develop the ideas that you already have. I often see players play a great phrase and then abandon it and go right to the next thing. But you really should take an idea and develop it like a theme. So perhaps I play this. Then the next phrase should be something related to that. And then I keep developing that. And then maybe move on to a new idea. And develop that one. Mistake number 7 is playing run-on sentences or endless phrasing. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone who just rambles endlessly? After a while, you start to zone out and you can't really pay attention to what they're saying. And playing endless phrases is kind of like that. You should play distinct phrases with an ending to them. That ending can be a pause or a held note, but something that breaks up the idea. So you have a thought, you pause, and then move on to the next thing, like this. Definite pause. And you may have noticed between phrases, I was actually taking my hand off the guitar. I want the pauses to be long, like a breath. So when a singer sings or a trumpet player plays, they have to take a breath between phrases, where us guitar players, we don't. So we're kind of notorious for playing these run-on sentences. So fix that. That will really help your phrasing. Mistake number 8 is ignoring the rhythm. This is the big one. So too many guitar players focus on what notes they're playing and not what rhythms they are playing. So you want to get into the groove of a song and kind of feel the subdivision. So in this song, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 E and a 2. So I have that clicking in my head and I want to tap into that rhythm with my phrases. I come up with a good rhythm, like any notes that I plug into that rhythm will sound good. So let's say I take this rhythm, 1 E and 2 and 3. Any phrase that has a good rhythm will sound good if you just plug in the scale notes. So I definitely suggest paying a lot more attention to the rhythms that you have in your head rather than the notes that you're playing. Every one of these mistakes is easy to fix, and the payoff is huge. Fix these and you'll start sounding musical, not mechanical. You'll go from playing notes to playing phrases. But if you really want to take your playing to the next level, you got to check this video out. It's the missing piece.